Well, it's about 10 o'clock, September 26th. Going to Dallas to do laundry for somebody at an apartment. It's the first time, part of this cleaning service. Bring my cleaning stuff just in case, but I don't know. It may just be laundry. And then I'll be trying out a road delivery service. There's Linda, she's still sleeping. She's gonna serve food to people later on. You up, sweetie? Hello? She's kind of awake.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to the Please Subscribe show. There's Kitty right up there.
Yay!
Right there. There's Kitty.
Hi, kitty.
All right, sweetie. Got all my stuff ready, and gonna head out and do somebody's laundry. Love you.
Love you.
Oh, and pretty soon, hopefully Cooper and I can make peace, and he can sign a contract and do a werewolf movie. Ask and you shall receive. Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins Adam sounds really creative and new. It's cool to see a band kind of jump into a whole new genre, but it's got some great synthesizer stuff and David Bowie-esque kind of rock opera style kind of thing. Vocally, it's Billy like at its best, really, I think. We're gonna get a hot dog at QT and a Rooster Booster, and then head on to this guy's apartment to do his laundry. And then I'll probably like catch a few roadies on the way back. Let's see if this stuff is frozen. Nope, it's fresh. One of them they had frozen. One QT they had like frozen tomatoes or something. This one actually they did kind of fresh stuff. There we go. And a little bit of this right here. Well, I don't know if I ever get out of the stage of having a hot dog for breakfast. I don't know. I will have to see. But I'd rather have like a breakfast burrito or something with like egg and stuff. But the hot dog is only like $2 and change. All right, so here's when the art begins. First, we want to see if we can open it without the spilling. This is a Brat hot dog. It's got the sauerkraut, banana peppers. I put a little bit of onion crunch on there, a little crunchy onion. There's the Brat dog, and then underneath I put gourmet ranch. And then pico de gallo right here. It's a mixture. So we're gonna try this right here. And that might be the thumbnail right there. Bridge. On the map, it's the Margaret McDermott Bridge. It's related to the Hunt. Mrs. Hunt. There's the other bridge over there. I believe she's a philanthropist. Margaret McDermott. life filming location as well. It's a great movie to do a filming location too. It's Terrence Malick is the Reagan Tower and the building right next to it. Guess at these directions. I guessed that one right, because the map turns all 3D. So, guessing kind of this one too, but I can see the gray right there, the gray and the blue. Yep, that's a filming location for Tree Alive. Terrence Malick film. I think it was like 2011 maybe when they filmed it. I saw it on Netflix in 2011. They could have filmed it in 2010. Doing some research on the JFK assassination last night, reading the commission report, or as much as I could. The one I focused on was the very beginning, so I'm using Breck Roll's vlog to kind of go in consecutive order, and that's probably what I would follow for the tour. But it starts behind the Texas Books, or Texas School Book Depository building, when got a low-flying plane coming in right here. Don't like to see those. Southwest going in left field. Probably got there a few times. Let's see if I can get that through Pearl. Pearl's a great exit. M.L. Baker, Marion L. Baker, was the first police officer to come across Lee Harvey Oswald as he shot the president. And then he came down the first stairwell. And believe it or not, this is what's very strange about everything. So he was the first he's the first president assassinated in Dallas. But once it happened, there were several motorcycle cops. M.L. Baker was one of them. M.L. Baker, a motorcycle cop. I think he was in the service of the police, Dallas police, for about 7 or 8 years as a motorcycle cop, and he was behind the second press car. There was 2 press cars behind JFK. And he was on the second press car behind it. And then he happened to run into Lee Harvey Oswald behind the Texas School Book Depository building. If you can imagine that. Kind of a displaced cop. But a lot of the police officers ran west because the echoes of the gunshot echoed off that bridge. And they all were scattered west. And he happened to be on the opposite side of that bridge. On, I believe, the east side of the bridge. Kind of just by himself, he drew his gun on Lee Harvey. Also, his answering in the commission report was like very strange. He was hesitant to say that he was with the police force, and how he when they asked him, he said, "I became," and then he cut in the middle of the sentence and said something, and then hinted that he was an officer, but he never said, "I became a police officer." He never said those words, but he said, "I became," and then he cuts in the middle of the sentence and says something weird. You have to read the report. It sounds like he's stumbling over his words when they were asking him certain things. He was once M.L. Baker worked in a glass factory too for a while, was laid off. And then he had several jobs before he actually joined the Dallas Police Department as a motorcycle cop. And then he ran into Oswald, and then the manager or the supervisor was with him and told him that he'd worked there, and then he released him after that, and then he left, and Oswald jumped on a bus and went towards his rooming, or his room. I guess it's like a he roomed had like a I guess they were renting a room, his wife and his kid. He went there, and then he stopped by there, and then I think he got on a cab. Got out of the cab. I have to spin around here and find this. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he got onto a cab. When he got out of the cab, eventually he stopped by J.D. Tippit and supposedly pulled out a gun and shot him 4 times. One time he went behind the cop car and shot him. That's what was rumored, but it was probably government that did it. And leave a bloody mess. Well, it was the government. I mean, it was the government that did it, because Lee Harvey Oswald worked for the government. He was a Marine, so obviously the government did it. He was a government worker. You know, he was a government worker too. I think the Texas School Book Depository building. Government was behind all of it, the whole entire thing. I mean, it's plain as day. He was a Marine, and I mean, the active militant government may not have been, but he was once part of that. I gotta find a way into this building right here. This is right off of Ackerd, St. Paul, and Cedar Springs. I remember this building. I had done some drops for this building when I was doing Uber. Supposedly I'm supposed to get a hold of the concierge, and he's supposed to let me up. So alright, so this must be the building. That's probably parking. He said to put in a number. It's showing Caroline Street. It said my phone number would work or something like that. Visitor. Future resident. Visitor parking. I'll ask the concierge. Oh God. This is all visitor area right here. lobby. Office and bank lobby. It just goes through here. Alright, yeah, I see. This would be, he gave me a number. So he gave me a number, and I would find his number, which is probably, okay, it's probably not that one. Can't really see. Yeah, it's a little high. To the park by leasing office. Oh well, it's a 2-hour thing. So that's all it'll be. The spots aren't reserved. Hello.